know, if I were you, I wouldn't be messing around. I'd be getting hook set into those fish because you know the boys are going to be wanting to beat us real bad. Huh?
Yeah. Well, I wonder how Roy and Ange are doing.
You know what? They're both pretty darn good fishermen. I'll say that.
I think the pressure's on the boys. Of course, they might have a boat full of fish by now. You realize that?
All right. Yeah. We gonna like this one, baby.
Look at the size of him!
The Fishin' Canada Show, brought to you in part by Ram Trucks. Nothing works harder than a Ram. Stearns, trusted on the water since 1952. Mercury Outboards, #1 on the water. And Outdoor Canada, Canada's only national fishing and hunting magazine.
You know how I always say, this is what it's really all about every time I catch a big fish? Well, it's 6:20 a.m. in Alberta, Canada, and here I am sitting on the dock of the bay watching Mother Nature launch this incredible fireball in the sky. This moment in itself is enough to make me realize just how fortunate I really am. But what preceded this was a spectacle that can't be put to words. Folks, this was the masterpiece Mother Nature unveiled last night as she tucked us into bed. Now that is really what it's all about. One of those moments in life where nothing else matters. You're where you want to be, with people you want to be with, doing what you love to do. Catching big fish? Well, that's just the icing on the cake. The cake in this particular instance is Winifred Lake. The icing? Some of the biggest pike in the world. With only a handful of trophy northern pike lakes in this part of the country, narrowing it down to this one wasn't that difficult. I've been here before, and believe me, it's the real deal.
We chose Winifred Lake in northeastern Alberta for a number of reasons, which, if you're planning a trip, you'll want to take note of. First of all, this is a real wilderness lake in a remote area between Cold Lake and Fort McMurray in the southern Wood Buffalo region of Alberta, meaning fishing pressure is almost non-existent. Winifred Lake Lodge, a 5-star wilderness fishing resort, has imposed their own limits on walleye and pike. The fish in this lake grow very slowly since they have a relatively short growing season of 3 to 4 months, which makes this self-imposed no-kill policy on walleye and only 1 kill per day on pike 21 inches or less even more compelling. Catch and release with a 0 bag limit was fundamental to establishing a trophy lake here, where the average size of walleye is now 3 to 4 pounds and the average length of pike is 40 inches. Coming here is a no-brainer for us.
Joining Pete and I on this trip is Roy Arms, Chairman, CEO, and President of Cooper Tire and Rubber Company, and Director of Product Management, Scott Jameson. Roy was the driving force behind getting us here, literally. A couple of years ago, Roy caught the biggest pike of his life, a 48-incher on Lake Muskoka. But all this did was stoke a fire in his belly. Ever since then, he's been obsessed with catching the holy grail of pike, a 50-inch plus monster northern. Unfortunately, this has become a real challenge for Roy, because unlike most of us, he doesn't have the freedom to just jump in a boat on the weekends and go fishing. Most of his time is spent in a plane flying around the globe servicing customers. It's what you do when you run one of the biggest tire companies on the planet. Those 40 million Cooper tires a year don't get sold on their own. So when an opportunity arises where he can get off the grid for just a few precious days and spend some quality fishing time with like-minded people, he grabs the opportunity with both hands, especially if it involves the quest of the holy grail of fishing.
After a very special and relaxing flight from Peterborough, Ontario, we landed in Fort McMurray. And after a 4-hour drive, did I mention this place was remote? We arrived at beautiful Winifred Lake Lodge. Our good friend and Alberta fishing specialist Ray Colrus drove in from north of Edmonton to meet us at the lodge with our Princecraft boats, and we're good to go. The Cooper Fishing Canada Challenge was about to begin.
Since there were 4 of us, I thought it might be quite fun if Roy and I teamed up and had a little friendly competition. You know, the men against the boys sort of thing. Needless to say, we got no arguments. It's on. The first thing we did was had a little map session. And based on my previous experiences here, we laid out a game plan. And because I'm the only one with that previous experience, it was really quite simple. I made sure Roy and I had the prime spot. As the apex predator here, these trophy northerns aren't any different than most other pike. They use weed patches as ambush points to chow down. And the biggest accumulation of those is off of Eagle Point, up towards the northeast corner of the lake. This point didn't get its name by accident. Eagles and eagle nests are visible along its entire length. It's more like a peninsula that runs northwest, with weed patches running virtually its whole length on the southeast side. The weeds start at about 10 to 15 feet offshore and run out from there another 100 feet or so. It's a huge area. A great place to begin the hunt and win this competition.
Good one? Oh yeah, I heard that. Whoa, nice fish, Roy.
Jeez.
Look at him smoking that drag.
This reel better hold up.
Attaboy. Nice work.
Now that's what I call a catch, man. That's a great northern. This is what you come here for. Great.
Yeah, grab him by the tail and see if you can stabilize. Oh! Not sure, but I think we might have won the competition, boys.
All right.
Slam. I don't know if we'll beat the boys with it, but I'll tell you what, she's fat, eh? What'd your message say there, Scotty?
Well, I got a little fish intel, Pete. Roy sent a picture of a big fish back to the office.
Oh no, how big?
It was almost as big as him.
Okay, Scotty, I think a lot of our viewing audience, like my buddies, like myself, like Ann's, we got either a light truck or a heavy truck. What's a good Cooper tire for that application?
Well, you and Angelo have had great experience on the AT3s.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, that's been a great tire for us last few years. It continues to win awards. Two new products that we're really excited about in the light truck department is an AT tire with a severe snow rating.
Nice.
So we call that mountain snowflake.
Right.
So
That's the ATW you were telling me about?
Yeah, it's the ATW as well as the XT4. That's a tire that will have similar all-terrain features and benefits to the AT3.
Yep.
All-terrain characteristics like cut and chip and mud traction.
Right.
And then it'll have similar snow traction to what you would see in our dedicated snow product.
All right.
Is that ever fat? Wow.
You're the man.
All right.
I don't know if we'll beat the boys with it, but I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you,
She's fat,
I think we needed it though for our score
yeah,
sheet.
Exactly. Booyah!
You know, if I were you, I wouldn't be messing around. I'd be getting hook set into those fish because you know the boys are going to be wanting to beat us real bad, huh?
Yeah.
You got him. He's on.
It's another good day of fishing at Winifred Lake.
Oh, that one. Jump! Yeah. Oh, you threw my swim bait. Fat. Look at how fat these fish are.
But that is delicious right there.
There you go. Oh, come on up there.
Yeah, you get it. There you go. I think the pressure's on the boys. Wonder how they're doing. Of course, they might have a boat full of fish by now. You realize that.
Come on back.
There
he is.
Hit him, buddy.
Oh!
Okay.
Beautiful.
Look at those teeth,
What a
man. Those teeth
beautiful
are wicked.
fish.
That's a beast.
All right, come on, baby. I can hear them drowning in their tears.
A little bit of salad with your pike?
Wow. Look how fat he is.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, good God. Another big. Oh.
I'm going to throw a marker out on this one clump. We'll know where it is and come back later.
You know, yeah, I think it was maybe 3 years ago, Ange, you and I fished together first time.
Yeah,
Talked about our plans and stuff in Canada.
yeah.
And since that time, we've doubled what we thought we were going to be.
Oh.
And right now we're in line to move ahead and probably doubling that again over the next few years. So it's been really great. And I think a lot of things have helped us. One is our partnerships here, particularly with Fishing Canada. You guys have represented us very well.
Thank you.
But secondly, it's the products. We've had some great products. It's been well accepted here in Canada. So, you know, we've been very, very pleased at where we're at, pleased how the Canadian consumers have really latched onto our products, where our dealers are continuing to demand and request more, and that's always a good sign.
Yeah, yeah. He's not done. He's not done. He's not done. He's not done. Woo! Put it there, partner.
Come on.
Whoa,
Come on, go.
baby.
Yeah, you said it right there.
Get yourself a big boy. You got a good fish on here. Hang on, I'm gonna lift that motor up. Go back again, this way. You're going this way as much as you can. Rod down, and up. Yep, just like that. I just saw it there. You got a 4, you got a big one. Keep like this, and now you're gonna bring it all. Yeah, like that. Okay, keep going. Nope, don't slack. Scotty! Oh, man! Holy man! Oh, dude, you have no idea how big this pike is. Here, dude, you gotta hold this thing up, but I'll show the folks. Can you slip a hand under there?
Right.
Put your hand under his belly. Like that's good, like that. And really nice and tight. If you can get it slide it even further forward.
All right.
That's a big dog right there. Wow.
That's awesome.
What a fish, man.
That was a great
Way
fight.
over
What a
40
great
inches.
fish.
If they beat this fish, they deserve totally everything because
That's
this
true.
is massive.
And
I mean, this is a big
the
pike.
bosses win.
And that's what you're supposed to do, right?
That's right.
Let the bosses win.
All right, let's get them in the water. Nice.
I will release your fish any day, my brother. Thanks for coming out, brother.
Oh, thanks for having me,
Nice.
Pete.
Nice.
Today's hotspot is a big weedy flat close to Eagle Point on Winifred Lake in Alberta. The waypoint on your screen will get you right there. The weeds in this area grow in clumps, and that's what you need to concentrate on in order to catch the big northern pike that reside here. Although single hook baits like swim baits, spinner baits, and weedless spoons are easier to work, our Cooper Tire guest did very well with treble hook spoons dragged above and through the weeds. Every now and then, don't be afraid to cast into the open water adjacent to the weed clumps. Cruising pike are always present. For more hot spots like this one, check out fishingcanada.com. Now, were you one of those dads that when they were little kids, did you always make the effort to get them out and fishing and stuff?
Those kids, I had, I don't know if you recall these, but these little roll-around seats that you put the kids in when they're 1, 2 years old. What I had was a flat-bottom boat, had a lot of space in the middle of it. Okay, so I'd put the chair in there, and they would bounce and bounce back and forth across the boat, and while I fished. Okay, and then when you get a fish, they'd stop and they'd just start gazing at what you were doing and seeing the fish.
Great idea.
Get him! Got him!
Is he on? Is he on?
Yeah.
Good fish?
I can't tell you. He's not coming up real easy.
That is a fish, my friend. Oh, you can. Oh, that's huge.
Oh, this is
That
nice.
is huge.
That's a nice fish, man. This is a log. Oh, look at that.
Look at the size of him! Holy smokes! Okay, let me see if I can clear your weeds.
Now, how many of you at home get a guide that does this for you?
Oh,
a
man.
TV host of all.
This is the ultimate monster. Oh my God, that's beautiful. He's not done. He's not done. He's not done. He's not done. Woo! Put it there, partner. This is what people travel all over the world to get in terms of northern.
I'm going to keep the line tight on them.
Yeah, just keep it tight. Let them wear out. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it when they do that. I love it when they do that. Okay, baby. I might have one more run in them.
Okay, I've got them tight. Unbelievable.
Roy.
Wow. Okay, got him.
You got him?
Yeah.
I think we can go in for lunch. What do you think?
We can go in for dinner if you want.
Nice
Wow,
job, buddy.
this is what it's about.
And it's a magnificent fish.
Beautiful
I mean, clean.
color. Yeah.
He's just, if this fish was as fat as some of the other ones we've been catching today,
Yeah.
this thing would be probably 32 pounds.
I tell you
But
what,
it's long.
it feels very heavy.
Put her away,
Great.
buddy. Do us the honors. See ya. Oh.
Wow. Holding that thing up there.
I couldn't get, I'm
see,
telling you, I
and it was-
couldn't get
yeah.
the whole thing without, oh, it was great.
Oh, wow. What a great fish.
All right, so the premise
is
of this episode, as you know from the beginning, Roy and I got together and decided that we would challenge we'll call them our better halves for lack of better term, our lieutenants, if you will, Peter Bowman and Scott Jameson from Cooper Tire. So they're on another boat somewhere on this lake, Winifred Lake, and the challenge was to get the biggest fish for bragging rights for the rest of the year. And you just witnessed it. We didn't measure that fish, but you just witnessed it. I would be absolutely shocked if we didn't win this event. And of course, my partner did it all.
And you're gonna have to live with it if we get beat, right?
Oh, I know. Roy, thank you very much for joining us. This has been an absolute pleasure. I mean,
it's always a pleasure.
You know, it's one thing having great partners like yourselves at Cooper Tire that support us and have done so for a number of years, but to be able to mine out of that a great fishing partner is truly a bonus, and it's.
Thank you very much.
To get to today's great pike fishing, we first flew from Peterborough, Ontario to Fort McMurray, Alberta. Next, we drove south on Highway 63 and then on to Highway 881 to Conklin. We then turned east on Northland Drive and followed signs to Winefred Lake Lodge. With outstanding meals, accommodations, and of course, great fishing, this destination is classed as one of the top lodges in the province of Alberta. On today's KLP, we're going to focus on the K factor, the knowledge factor. Something that usually comes from experience and, well, I hate to say it, but something Roy and I both have. A little bit of age on the other guys.
Yeah, I agree.
The big advantage here is that I have been on this lake before and neither of the other two have. And that's a huge advantage, certainly in our little competition we've got going here today, but also on any body of water. Getting the information from the locals or somebody who's been on that lake fishing is key. It's vital, isn't it?
Absolutely. And that experience and that knowledge here on this lake was very handy for us to have a great couple days of fishing.
Yeah, because a lake has a ton of fish, but only one area has big fish. We knew it, they didn't. That was the key. That's the K factor this week.
The Fishin' Canada Show, brought to you in part by Sail, the Outdoors Superstore, Coleman, the Outdoor Company, Muskol, proudly Canadian since 1951, Cooper Tires, life's a road trip, come on, let's go, and Princecraft Boats, dominate the waters.